Hi, my name is Sean Heiner, and these are my three turtles. First, we have Frederick, who is Eastern Mud Turtle, and he is the shy one out of the bunch, and he is also the troublemaker out of the bunch. Then we have our other turtle, Lauren, who is the Cicada Tortoise, and she is the talkative one out of the bunch. We have my other turtle, Marvin, who is the funny one out of the bunch, and this is my turtle routine. How I start my routine is by turning on my UVB lights. These are important because they resemble the light from the sun, which helps the turtles get their calcium, and it also helps them eat. After I turn on my lights, I then feed my turtle Lauren. I give her a mix of colored greens, and the colored greens I feed her are kale and wheat leaves. And I also feed her regular greens. When I'm making Lauren's food, I have to put calcium powder on Lauren's. Sometimes I give her flowers, like dandelions, and this flower topping mix that I like to use sometimes. Sometimes I'll also give her fruits, but I do not give her a lot of fruits because it's very high in sugar and it's not good for them. Now let's move on to Marvin. Marvin is like Lauren in their diet, but Marvin needs a mostly fruit-based diet and protein-based diet, so I feed him a mixture of bugs, like mealworms, and berries. After I am done feeding Lauren and Marvin, I usually mist down my tank so that wet and moist environment so they stay hydrated. After their environment is wet down, then I clean out their water dish. I like using a vacuum because it's easy to use and I do not have to take the water dish out. I also don't have to worry about it spilling. When I am done cleaning the water dish, I pour in clean water, and while I'm pouring clean water, Marvin likes to run to the dish. When I am done pouring in the water, I feed my turtle Frederick, and I also feed Marvin again. I usually feed Marvin first inside the water because he is easier to get to. Instead of feeding him more fruit or bugs, I feed him these box turtle pellets. Unlike Lauren and Marvin, I must search for Frederick because Frederick likes to hide. His favorite spot he hides in mostly is under the log and the bark, but sometimes he hides in other places under the bark. One time, I had to take apart my tank because I couldn't find him. But after I do find Frederick, I set him in the water and instead of giving him leafy greens or fruit like Marvin and Lauren, I feed him pellets. After all the turtles are fed, I let them walk around so that they are not just stuck inside the tank. Marvin and Frederick usually do not like to walk around a lot, so I usually put them back in the tank. But Lauren likes to walk around in a spore. I must watch to make sure she doesn't try to eat anything that is not edible. While Lauren is out, I also check her shell to ensure that she doesn't have any soft spots. I do this to make sure she's getting the right amount of calcium and to make sure she's not getting sick. After the turtles have been out and have their free time, I usually give a bath. I give my turtles a bath because it helps them stay clean and helps them keep hydrated. When my turtles are in the bath, they like to communicate with each other by making noises. Out of all the turtles, Lauren likes to talk the most. How I end my turtle routine is by letting my turtles walk around the tank, and I also give the tank another spray. And I also give the tank another spray to keep the tank moist and hydrated. After I'm done spraying out the tank, turn off the light, and this is the end of the turtle routine.